Okay, sorry about that, everybody. So welcome once again. Pay attention, grab a pen and piece of paper. We will have Q&A at the end of this, but I appreciate everybody getting on here. I'm going to buzz through it rather rapidly, and then we'll probably have a couple of people will share a testimony. So basically what's happening here is, have you been patched yet? You see this beautiful lady here? She's got a little patch on her arm. Just really quick, nothing is absorbing from this into her. But you're going to realize in just a minute exactly what's going on and why it's so beneficial to you and how come it's a business opportunity. So why X39 stem cell patches? I don't know if you're familiar with stem cells. I was not, but stem cells are the holy grail of anti-aging. Stem cells are what your body uses to replace damaged cells. So any damage in your body, whether it's issues with your blood, with your skin, with your hair, as we age, by age 30, you have less than half of your stem cells are active. By age 60, you have almost no active stem cells. That's why we age. That's why we don't heal properly. You get gray hair, you start getting wrinkles, you start getting age spots, you start having problems internally. And so having the ability to activate your own body stem cells. Now, the difference is that most people have heard about stem cell therapy, where you go over to Mexico or wherever you go, you pay $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, and they give you an injection of stem cells in your knee. You have no idea where those stem cells come from unless you get another procedure where they take the stem cells from your bone marrow. But it's very expensive and there's no guarantee. And it only affects your area that you got the injection. It does not affect the rest of your body. So if you get a stem cell injection in your elbow or your shoulder, it only affects your shoulder because it's not your stem cells. Plus, because you're aging, those stem cells, even if it does work, they become dormant over time. And so activating our own body stem cell is a huge benefit to us as we age. This is our founder, David Schmidt. He has over 130 patents. He has been inducted into the Inventors Hall of Fame 2 times. He is not just the inventor, he's the CEO and creator of our product. Very important to understand as well, if you've ever looked at any of these home-based business companies before, the problem is they all have the same product. They have weight loss, they have supplements, they have skincare, they have CBD, they have this is the same old thing. It's what we call Me Too products. Yeah, Me Too. Every company has them. So you have to find something very unique. So this company's been around for almost 20 years, just over 19 years. For the first 18 years of its existence, it was scooting along at $20 million a year. Then in 2 years later, they went to 280 million. This year, they'll do over 400 million. Why is that important to you? Because we have massive momentum. You talking about going from 20 million a year to over 400 million a year. Why is that happening? Because the invention of one product, the stem cell activation product, this absolutely has taken our country by storm. The testimonies that you're about to hear are absolutely phenomenal, life-changing testimonies. So stick around and we'll talk about it. We're now in 75 different countries and the company is growing massively because of momentum, because this product works. So what do you expect to get? Rapid pain relief. Once you start wearing this patch on wherever you put it on your body, we'll get into that in a minute, you'll get rapid pain relief. Some people literally within minutes, they notice a difference. For me, it took 2 weeks. Other people, it takes, either minutes to days, to weeks, to months, to sometimes even longer. Everybody's different. Your body is going to use the stem cells where it needs it. Support wound healing, energy and vitality, mental clarity, massive mental clarity, enhance sports performance, faster recover from exercise, and improve skin appearance. So what do you expect? When you put on this patch, very important to understand, like I said earlier, nothing absorbs from the patch in your body. It basically uses light. So what it does is, if you've ever heard mom or whoever say, oh, you're feeling down, you need to go out in the sun and get some vitamin D. Now, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I thought the sun gave us vitamin D. It wasn't until I'm 61 years old. So it wasn't until I was introduced to this product that I realized what I was educated that when you go out in the sun's UV rays, the light from the sun hits your skin, and then your skin sends a signal to the brain to start creating vitamin D. So your own body creates vitamin D. The sun does not give you vitamin D. So the same concept happens here. When you put this patch on, it's got organic nanocrystals in it. It reflects the light from your own natural body. If you've ever seen anybody with night vision goggles, then you realize that we all are light beings. And so it reflects a certain spectrum of light. That reflected certain spectrum sends a signal to the brain. Then the brain creates what's called a GHK copper peptide. And that GHK copper peptide is what activates our own body stem cells. So what happens? Instantly, when you put this on, within a few days, you now have reset over 4,000 genes. So your body's going to go through a detox. It's very important to drink a lot of water. And your body's going to reset all these genes to a younger, healthier you. This is proven. We have over 80 case studies. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. I'm going to share with you more about that in a minute. Anxiety, PTSD, depression, symptoms go away or decrease. Within 3 months, your collagen increases. You're going to notice the wrinkles going away. My hair is now changing from a bright white gray to a darker gray. I've got friends of mine that have actually changed the color of their hair, not by coloring it, but by wearing this patch. Your hair is going to grow much rapider. Your skin's going to heal. I went to Cabo San Lucas back in February. It's been a long winter. And so when my wife and I went to Cabo San Lucas, we were there for 10 days. When we got there, the first day, we laid out by the pool in the hot sun for 7 hours. I went up to the room, and if you've ever got sunburned before, I turned on the shower to jump in the shower to go out for dinner, and the hot water hit me, and it was like burning massively. I'm like, oh my gosh. I get out and I look in the mirror, and I am beet red. And my wife and I both were just beet red, and we're like, my gosh, we ruined our vacation. Literally, no kidding. By the next morning, by that evening, we went out to dinner. By that evening, I wasn't feeling any pain, but I knew it was going to happen in the morning. If you've ever got sunburn, you know what I'm talking about. By the next morning, I had absolutely no pain, and I sat in the sun the whole 10 days while my wife and I were in Cabo San Lucas. I never peeled, not once. And I had no pain. It was absolutely phenomenal. That's because of the collagen from the skin, the stem cells. This is very important. This is one of the key things of why I was interested in this product. Within 6 months, the heart reverses an aging. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by 8 years from just 6 months on the X39. As we all age, that becomes a big concern. I've got so many friends of mine that are having heart attacks. I've got a really good one of my best friends passed away several years ago at age 50 from a heart issue. And so I'm not telling you this is going to stop you from getting a heart attack. It's very important to understand also, this patch does not cure, prevent, or heal you. It's just telling your body, getting your body to heal itself. Nothing absorbs into this patch. It's a little, it comes in a little sleeve. Let me see if I can get that. Sorry with my background. And in that little sleeve is the little patch, and you peel it off and you stick it on your body anywhere you want to. It is absolutely phenomenal what it's doing. And so it's activating our own body to heal itself. Our founder says it's not anti-aging, it's age reversal. So here's a lady's brain. So on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, you see all that red. That's inflammation. That's no stem cell activity in this lady's brain. She's 77 years old, but it's not just her brain. It's all of our brains. And so here what they did was they all wore the patch at the same location, either the back of the neck or just below the belly button. And through this session, every 3 weeks, they did a scan of her brain. You see the left-hand side, session 1 was day 1 without the patch. A lot of red, a lot of inflammation, no stem cell activity. Session 2 was 3 weeks later. You see almost all the red is gone, blues, greens, yellows. And 3 weeks later in session 3, all the red is completely gone and her brain has become balanced. You will hear people all the time. I was on a call last night, a friend of mine, Regina, She was talking about her mom with Parkinson's. She can't brush her teeth. If you've seen anybody with Parkinson's, she can't touch her teeth with the toothbrush because she's shaking. So Regina has to go behind her and brush her teeth. Well, the other day, I think she's been on the patch probably 6-7 months or so. And she was actually in the kitchen, grabbed some floss off the counter and started flossing her teeth without the shakes. Regina said she freaked out, like, Mom, what are you doing? And Mom didn't even realize it. She didn't even think about it. She's in her, I think she said mid to late 80s. And so having our brain to become balanced is absolutely phenomenal. And to know that it's helping people with all kinds of stuff. So what's in this patch? How come it works? How does it send a signal to our brain to create this GHK copper peptide? All this in there is organic nanocrystals. Basically is salt, sugar, and organic matter that they create. The crystals is not like a crystal like you go to a rock store and there's crystals. It's organic, and it basically reflects a certain spectrum of light, and that creates a copper peptide, which and then in turn is what helps to activate our own body stem cells. So where do you put the patch? You wear the patch for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's important to give your body a chance to rest while your body's resting. So put it on in the morning, take it off in the evening, let your body rest. Instantly, really important, you need to drink a lot of water, especially for the first week. You need to drink a lot of water because your body's going to instantly start detoxifying. For me personally, I just felt really tired on day 3. Day 3 of wearing the patch, I got really tired. I've not had any type of tiredness or anything ever since then. Most people don't get anything. I have heard of people getting like flu-like symptoms. Those people are very toxic and they're detoxifying a lot. So, but it's very rare. Even with me being really tired, I've only heard that of a couple of times. But all this case studies, we have over 80 case studies. I read you some of them earlier, but on all the case studies, everybody has to wear the patch in the exact same location to make the uniform study. And so what they do is they wear it on the back of the neck. If you lean your head forward, you've got that last vertebrae that kind of pokes out there, or just below the belly button. But you can wear the patch anywhere you want. If you got knee pain, you put it on your knee. My daughter-in-law, she lives in Medford, Oregon. I went up there to help them move, and we were remodeling the upstairs of the house before they moved in. And she was going up and down, and she's probably in her late 30s, and she's got really bad knee problems from years and years of playing soccer. And so she was coming down the stairs, and she was just complaining. She was just kind of limping and having a hard time going down the stairs. Her other house was a single story. This house is a 2-story. So I ran out to the car, I got a patch, and I said, here, put this patch on your knee. And so she went into the bedroom because she had long pants on and put the patch on her knee. She walked out into the living room there and says, is this thing supposed to happen really quick? I'm like, why? What are you talking about? She says, I feel a difference already. And it was literally seconds between she put it on and walked out of the room, and she felt the difference. For me, it didn't happen like that. Everybody's body's different. And then she texted me the other day. She helped a friend of hers move, and from a 2-story house as well. She moved all day long, and she texted me, said that I would have never been able to do that, but I have no knee pain at all. So it's absolutely phenomenal. So you wear the patch. If you got elbow pain, put it on your elbow. Shoulder pain, put it on your shoulder. Kidney pain, put it on your kidney. I wear mine on the back of the neck. I figure if this thing's sending a signal to the brain to create copper peptide, I'm going to put it as close to my brain as I can. I do get a pain in my knee sometimes, and my sciatica nerve goes out sometimes, and I will put it right where the pain is on my sciatica or on my knee. When I first started, the only pains I had was I had horrible plantar fasciitis in my right heel, underneath the heel, which is very painful because you can't not walk. And the doctor told me I'd been struggling with it for about 8 to 9 months. The doctor said, change your shoes. I changed my shoes. Nothing happened. Then he said, well, put one of them gel pads underneath your heel. I did that. Didn't help at all. I was literally starting to walk on my tippy toes because it was too painful. If I went to the store or went to Walmart or the grocery store with my wife, it was literally, I was laying on the couch with my foot up because it hurt so bad. And within 10 days, I noticed about 50% pain reduction. And then about half a week later, so 2 full weeks later, I was 100% pain-free, and I've been pain-free ever since. Absolutely changed my life because I could not walk very much at all. I was just really wondering, how am I going to live like this? And so it's very phenomenal. But I wore, then I stuck it to the bottom of my foot, and I would wear it at night because, of course, it wouldn't stay to the bottom of my foot during the day. But now I wear it during the day. I take it off at night. It doesn't hurt you to wear it longer than 12 hours, but you don't want your body to get used to it. You want your body to stay fresh, so you give it time off. The other day, I forgot to take mine off. I just took it off in the morning and got back on the cycle the next day and started wearing it 12 hours. Now I put a reminder on my phone every day because I never forget to put it on. My problem is I forget to take it off. Here is our patent. We actually have the founder has over 140 patents. We have over 80 patents on this technology. That means nobody can duplicate it for another 18 plus years. This is absolutely vital, you guys. I've been in the home-based business industry for 30 plus years. I've been involved with a lot of different companies. I've made a very lot of money in this industry. In fact, the last 10 or so years, my whole income has been completely generated by home-based businesses. So I've been very successful. The problem was every company has the same product. There's no patent. I was very successful in a company that had a fruit juice with the acai berry. The problem is we couldn't patent a juice. We couldn't patent a fruit. And so therefore, before long, it was on the shelf in every grocery store. Every network marketing company out there was duplicating it. And we had nothing that we owned. You can't own, you can have a proprietary blend, but any smart science person can copy that. We have a patent. That means nobody can do what we're doing. We're the only company on God's green earth that can do this and activate our own stem cells for another 18 plus years. Absolutely important to your success. You can go out there, you can find all kinds of home-based businesses, but they all have the same products. Overpriced supplements, so and they're competing with online, with Amazon, with infomercials. Every health food store, every grocery store, Walmart, they all have supplements. They all have weight loss. The problem with weight loss too is I never really had a good plan of, talking to the lady and said, hey, would you like to lose weight? That's a good way to get knocked out. And then the other problem is if they lose weight, then they don't need the product anymore. If they don't need to lose weight, then they don't need the product anymore. So that was a problem with that. But every company has the same things. 5 years ago, I walked away from the industry to build a real estate brokerage. And I swore I'd never do the industry again. Why? Because there was nothing fresh, nothing exciting, nothing new, nothing protected. Everybody had the same things. Back in August, my good friend Mike Hernandez called me. Actually called me 5 times. I was avoiding his call, even though I knew he walked away from the industry for the exact same reason I did. And it just wasn't fun anymore. And he called me, and I finally, after the 5th call, I took his call and absolutely changed my life physically and financially. And so you're at a great spot right here that you're actually introduced to this and you're on this call. Here's a website. If you're really into the science, I am not. There's over 80 case studies in here. I've never seen a single one of them. But that doesn't say that it's not okay for you to go here. Everybody's different. I'm not a real analytical person. I know the product work. I checked it out on myself. I've seen the testimonies. I've heard the stories from people that I shared it with. I know the product work. That's good enough for me. But if you need the science, if you want to see more testimonies, you want to read some of the case studies, go to startx39.com. That's startx39.com. It's a great place to gather more information. Read some of the testimonies. Testimonies are absolutely life-changing. And then also you can read the case studies. You can get into the science. There's some videos there. There's a 3-minute video, a 2-minute video, and a 15-minute video, an interview with David Schmidt. I would recommend you watch that video and that 15-minute video. I did before I started because I had to make sure that I understood and trusted the science. Here it is. You can see this picture of this lady. Basically, she's got a scar on her face. Within 21 days, it's almost completely gone. I mean, this lady's not young, so you could tell this would be on her for a long time. You see the hair on this gentleman down below is look how thick it is now. I know personally for me, from my experience, absolutely 100%. My hair is thicker. It's changing to a darker gray. You see this lady down here. She was smart enough to take a picture. I heard somebody say the other day, when you start with this, take a picture of the gross, ugly spots on your body. I've got, as I started getting older, the age spots, they call them also liver spots on your hands. Mine are completely gone except for one. It's just getting duller and duller by the minute, but almost all gone. This lady here, day 1, day 42, and day 355, you can absolutely see a difference. And I've seen her in 2 years after being on this product. I've only been on it not even a year yet. And oh, it's amazing the difference and change in her. So I'm going to actually open it up. I think we've got some people on here that have been involved with this company for a while. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And so I would love to get a testimony from anybody. We do have some guests on here, so your testimony will be helpful to them. So first off, I'm going to pull up Bill Campbell. If you could go ahead and share your testimony, and then we'll invite anybody else to share theirs.
Hi, Vincent. Okay, Vincent introduced me to LifeWave in, I think, about August last year, August or September. And I used to ride dirt bikes and race dirt bikes and enduros. And I had quite a bad accident with my knee. And for the last 45 years, I couldn't straighten my leg properly or bend it and go up and down stairs. I only got about a 60% use out of it. And Vincent sent me some patches. I'm up in Vancouver in Canada, and I put one on in the morning, and I could never get my leg in the car. I had to put my hand underneath my knee and put it inside. And that evening we were going to a barbecue, and I put my hand under my knee, and my leg just went in automatically. And anyway, so that's, I haven't got 100% straight or can bend it, but I'd say it went from about 60% to about 90%. And I also had quite a bad motor car accident where my back was really messed up. And that took 3 days. First day I was in quite a lot of pain, or it was stiff, sorry. The second day I was in a lot of pain. And the third day it was stiff again. But ever since then, I've never been back to a chiropractor. And I used to go regularly to a chiropractor. Okay, that's mine, Vincent. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bill. And you can tell his accent, and he's from, that's not a Canadian accent, that's from South Africa. But I appreciate it, Bill. Anybody else that wants to share, I'd really appreciate your story. Jay, can you share? Are you still there?
Hey, I got one for you.
Yes, please, Sandra.
My dad is 90. My dad has been battling bladder cancer for the better part of the year. And in March, they gave him 30 days to live. And he wasn't walking very well. But he did the Keytruda, and that was shrinking the tumor, but he still wasn't getting around very well, very slow. Sometimes he needed a wheelchair. I put the patch on him. He's been on it for, I want to say 4 days. And he had to take an ultrasound for his bladder. And he was walking like fast.
Wow.
And he tripped. And most 90-year-old men, when they trip, they are going down. Not him. He tripped and he ran into the trip and he, whoa, and then he stopped himself.
Wow.
Right on going. 90 years old.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great. That's yeah, I hear a lot about motor skills and things like that people gaining back. That's just, I know I just took care of for 2 years. I was taking care of my 95-year-old dad. And when you said when they trip, they go down, they usually don't go down alone. They take you down with them.
Yeah.
So I get that. Well, God bless you and him. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing. Anybody else who's been on the product for a while that want to go ahead and share? Okay, well, I'm not going to pause it too much. I want to respect everybody's time. So let me share you the business side of this. If this is happening, so I could tell you story after story after story of the benefits of this product. And so what that does, plus because it's patented and nobody else can do it and nobody else has this product, there's a huge business opportunity, you guys. I've been in this industry, like I said, for over 30 years. I've built very big teams. I've made well over 7 figures in this industry. This industry will pay you big money if you've got the right timing, the right product, with the right team of people to help you to get there. We are the fastest growing team in the whole company, and it's been around for 19 years, and we have only been here for 1 year. For 1 year, you guys. And the first, they were doing 20 million, and then they went to 280 million. This year we'll do over 400 million 1 year later. So 2 years to get 280. This year we're doing 4 million. We'll do over 4 million. We will hit $1 billion in this product and probably in the next year or two. It is absolutely phenomenal. So what do you do with it? How do you make money? So let me share this with you guys, because this is a big opportunity to everybody. What I want you to think about first is, what do you want out of life? Where do you want to go? I've been basically semi-retired for the last 10 years. I locked up my house. First off, let me step back. 3 years ago, my wife went to visit her dad. He lived in the middle of nowhere, Utah, literally 28 minutes from the nearest town with one street light. From the nearest town with a Walmart was an hour and 40 minutes away. I didn't think anywhere in the United States was an hour and 40 minutes from a Walmart, but that's where he lived. Alone, his closest neighbor was almost a mile away. He lived alone out there, wheelchair bound, and would not leave. So my wife goes out there to visit, and he was been falling down. There's blood on the porch. He gets Meals on Wheels. They would show up. So she starts talking to the neighbors, talking to people, and find out what's going on in his life. And he's like, I'm fine. I can take care of myself. He's just a stubborn old man, an old farmer. And so my wife ended up staying out there for 1.5 years. We realized it was not good for us, our marriage and our lives, to be alone or to be separate. So I went out there to visit her. He was falling down, like Sandra was saying, and pulling her down. She's 5'0". And so I didn't go back. For 1.5 years, I lived out there in the middle of nowhere. We had no cell service. I had to drive up to the town to get on the cell phone. If we could text if we went up to the second story of his farmhouse. And we literally took care of Pops for the last 1.5 years. She was there for 3 years. I was there for 1.5 years, the last 1.5 years. And could you do that? Could you just drop everything, stop your business, do everything, and take 1.5 years off, take a month off, take a week off to help a needy family member? Most people can't. Why? Because we're on transactional income, or we're punching a clock on a job. You take off for 1.5 years, they're going to replace you. And so what do you want out of life? You want to travel. You want to make millions of dollars. You want to be very successful. You want to help churches or orphanages, whatever it is you want to do. How are you going to get there? Let me tell you, there's a certain mathematical equation. The income you earn, the time you have left of working, and the amount that you're able to put away for savings. If you don't have enough money or enough time left in your life, which we don't know what that is, but if your income is not high enough to make up for the difference, you're never going to retire. You're going to work the rest of your life. If you're on here and you're young, just look ahead, look at the people around you. 40, 50 years of their life, and they're working at Walmart. Not that there's anything wrong with that if that's what you do. I'm just telling you, what are your dreams? What do you want to do? There's a saying, 1 or 2 times in our lifetime, a massive, very good opportunity comes our way. You got to ask yourself, is this the first one or the last one? I know for me, this is the second one. I've been introduced to a product at the right timing with the right people that catapulted me and my family to massive success. And we are speaking on stage in front of thousands of people. Maybe you don't want to do that, but I'm just sharing with you the potential here of being at the right place at the right time. So basically what happens here is we don't sell the product. You can, absolutely. You can buy it at wholesale and you can sell it. But I want to give you an idea of a better model, a better business model. The problem is, if you make money from buying a product and selling the product, then you're going to now have a job. You buy the product, you sell it, you consistently selling to make your commissions. What if you did this? What if you share this company with people and you showed them where they can buy the product at the exact same amount as you do, like a Costco membership, but every time that person purchases product, the company's going to pay you based on volume. Let me show you the beauty of that. So I want you to understand, think about a different concept. So in this company, if we refer somebody to this compensation plan or to this business, the company's going to share the profits with us. It's called profit redistribution. Right now, most companies just keep that profit. We're going to share it back to you. If you share this company, this product with somebody, they get a benefit and they buy the product. So they're going to become a distributor just like you. They're going to get the same price as you. You're going to put them either on your left leg or your right leg. But you got to realize everybody has a left leg and a right leg. So if you put somebody on that first blue icon there on your left side and you put somebody on your right side, where's the next person going to go? You've only got two legs to build. This is the beauty of first mover advantage. This is the beauty of taking advantage of an opportunity before the others. So if you refer this to three people, that person has to go underneath one of these two people. You don't have a choice. The computer is going to automatically put them underneath these two people. And then when you bring in the fourth one, they're going to have to go underneath somebody. So including the person that shared this with you, they have a left leg and a right leg. So right now you have the opportunity to, one, look at this over here on the left-hand side. You've got two blue dots there, two blue icons there. What if I talk to both of those people at the same time? The people on the left side, that we're going to just call one Martha and the other one Sam. So I'm talking to Martha and Sam. Martha says, yes, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to put Martha in there right underneath where it says you. And then Sam makes the decision. They both had the opportunity to make the decision at the same time. They both saw the presentation at the same time, but Sam was not ready yet. So what happens? I put Sam underneath Martha. Martha just inherited all the volume of everything Sam's going to do as long as he's with the company. And it goes on and on and on. I have personally brought in 39 people to this, and I'm in the process of igniting momentum in our whole team. You've got some people on here that are absolutely fired up. We put in a lot of people in the last week. And so this is going to continue to grow rapidly. And so the benefit is to you is you get to benefit from it. The company's going to pay you based on all the volume that's created from everybody in both your legs, even if you didn't put them there. Like, remember, this is you. I put somebody underneath you. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they came from. You just know they're there. Well, the company's going to pay you based on volume. You have the ability to earn up to $25,000 a week. That's $100,000 a month, or over $1 million a year, based on the volume, the binary compensation plan. So as you go out here and you share this with other people, volume gets created from everybody below you. It's calculated on a weekly basis. They're going to pay you based on the volume. And then it maxes out at $25,000. If $25,000 a week is not enough for you, this is actually my favorite part of the compensation plan, because it's a binary plan. If you've ever been introduced to a binary plan, a lot of binary plans only pay you on the lesser leg. The problem is if you referred a person that's a real go-getter and they blow up one leg, you're not going to earn any money. The last company that I was very successful at was that way. My best friend, he was a dynamite type of person, and he blew it up, and that leg was to the moon. Millions and millions and millions of points created on a weekly basis, and I never earned a penny from him. If he would have been here, I would have earned thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars off his business. So what the company does is the people that you refer would be level 1, and people they refer would be level 2, and they refer level 3, and so on and so forth. So the company says, hey, look, we don't care where you place these people, but if you refer somebody to this company, then we're going to give you a 25% check match on all the revenue that they earn on their binary side. So like I introduced Bill. If Bill makes $100, the company's going to give me a 25% matching bonus on his $100. It does not come from his $100. He gets his $100, but I make another 25%. I'm going to make $25 off of that. And then as he grows, $1,000 be $250, 25% on every time he earns on a weekly basis. The people that he brings in would be my level 2. So Bill would get a 25% check match, but I'm going to also get a 20% check match. The people that they talk to would be level 3, and you get a 20% check match. So if I bring in 100 people, then my sponsor, Mike Hernandez, is going to earn a check match on all 100 of those. If all 100 of those bring in 10, That's 1,000. Now you're going to get 100. You're going to get a check match 20% on all 1,000 of those. If those 1,000 bring in, you get the point. As it starts to grow, the numbers and what you're earning continues to grow. And there's no limit to how much you can earn here. It's infinite. You can earn as much as you want, as big as your business you want. You want a big business. You want to change the world. You want to bless lives. You want to change your life. You want to change your family's life, your kids' life, your parents' life, your grandchildren's life. This is a way to do it, because there's no company out there. I don't care what company it is. I talked to somebody the other day. Oh, we've got a patent too. No, you got a patent on the process. You cannot patent a supplement. You cannot patent herbs and vitamins. You can patent maybe the way you cook it. You can patent maybe the way you your bottling thing. So I looked at the patent. Sure enough, they had a patent on their process of creating the supplement. Anybody can duplicate how that is. But we have a patent on the stem cell activation patch using your own body's light. Absolutely phenomenal. So here it is, our training system. I've worked on the corporate side as a paid consultant for a company before. They paid me a monthly salary to work for them, to help them build their compensation plan and to help them build their training system. It took a lot of energy. It took a lot of work. It was absolutely mind-boggling how much time and energy that took. I also ran my own conventions, I flew in speakers. I had my own training system. I did everything. It's no fun. You don't want to have to build a system. So when we walked into this company, there was already a system built, 331. It's called Build 331. Step by step, paint by numbers, what you need to do. How do I get to making $1,000 a week? Most people life will change at $250 a week. How can I get to there? Well, it's going to tell you step by step. Plus you have the leadership, the support of all of us. Like I said, I've been in the industry for almost 35 years now. Been semi-retired from the incomes that I developed. We're here to help you. We are here to support you and teach you and help you. And so is the system, and so is the leadership. So having a system in place of people that have come before you. My sponsor, right now, he's making $100,000 a month. He's made over $7 million in this industry. His sponsor, the person that shared it with him, it's Steve and Gina. They've made over $70 million in this industry. And their sponsor, Onyx Cole's made over 17 million. We know what we're doing. This is not our first rodeo. We're not in this to poke around like a dead squirrel in the front yard. This is not a game to us. We're here to win, and we're here to help you win. Because the more we help you win, the more everybody wins. It's a win-win situation, and there's nothing else out there like it. And your job, nobody cares about your success. They just want you to go in there. They tell you when to eat, when to take a shower, when to take a break, when to go home, when to show up to work. They tell you when for your entire life. Or you can make a change. You can lock arms with us and build something for you and your family. Timing is now. We have massive momentum. I promise you, you will not be introduced to another opportunity, especially today's day and age. Everybody has the same old thing. We're the only ones that don't. That's why we're growing from 20 million to over 400 million in 3 short years, because we have something that works. People put this patch on and life changes for them. I go to startx39.com and scroll down and look at some of the testimonies. Go to YouTube and check out the YouTube channel and Google X39 Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, what's it called? Autism, aches and pains, heart issues. I've got a friend of mine, 40 years as a pastor, had 2 strokes not too long ago. You couldn't even have a conversation with him because you couldn't understand him. 3, and plus he was in a wheelchair, couldn't walk unassisted. 3 months on this product. The other day, he walked 7, got out of his wheelchair, unassisted, walked 7 steps, turned around and walked 7 steps back. He can now talk. He talked to a whole group of people, and you could understand every word he did from strokes. They told him he'd never walk again, he'd never be functioning, and we proved him wrong. How did this patch do it? Because stem cells are magic, and your stem cells become dormant. So we're here to help. I'm going to open it up to any questions that anybody might have, and then we will answer any questions, or you can get back to the person that invited you. So you can go ahead and click your mic down there and unmute your line if you got any questions. No
Hi,
questions.
Vince, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How about you?
Good, my dear.
Good.
I have a question. I use the link that you give me and I started, and if somebody wants it, I give my own link.
Yes, once you get started, you'll have your own link. Plus, we have an app that is free. It's the only company I've ever been a part of that has an app that they give us for free. The last one I was with paid $29 a month for this app, but it's free, and you can send videos and you get a notification when that video gets opened and looked at. So you know exactly what, if you got somebody that's interested in the product, you send them a video. Now you get a notice that says that they opened that video. So it's very good. You'll get your own link and you'll be able to send that to people to join and or buy the product.
Okay, I have to buy monthly, or it is whatever I want?
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah,
Okay,
you'll
super.
create a username, and then your link will be like the link I sent you, but with your username, and that's coded to you.
Okay, super.
Yep. Anybody else?
Do you know if there are in Peru, there is any exclusivity agreement for a country, something like that?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
If there is any exclusivity to bring it to a country like Peru.
Peru. Let me look really quick.
Mhm.
So I can go to my website. We're in 75 countries.
Okay.
And what I do here is I will go to the flag up in the top.
Mhm.
If you got a website and you're wondering, how do I know what countries we're in? And you go to the flag and then you scroll down, and all the countries that are in here are the ones we're in. So let me get down here to P,
E.
Poland, Polynesia, Portugal, no Peru right now.
Wow. Okay. And with my link, I can send to everybody in Peru, all my friends in Peru.
Yes, and they can actually look in the website, and they can change the language, and they can look at everything that there is. If you're talking, Carmen, you're muted. I saw your lips moving.
Yeah, I'm going to Peru in August. I want to be with friends there, and I think it's a good opportunity to share these things, no?
Right. I do send some patches to some other countries that we're not in. So
Yeah.
they order it, it ships to me, and then I just repackage it and ship it out. So there's a way around, every rule, but it's cumbersome. It's not the best way to do it. But it is possible, but I would definitely take some samples and some with you to share.
Oh, great. Okay, super. Do I need to know anything else?
Not unless you got more questions, but you can always call me.
And you do this every week?
We have probably every day of the week we have a Zoom. I do them personally. We're going to start doing them, I think, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I do one on Wednesday mornings. And then we have them in different ones. We have them in Spanish. We have them in Portuguese, sorry. And we have them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday morning, afternoon, we have a training every Saturday.
Can you send me those schedules?
Yes, I will send those to you. Yeah.
Okay, super. Because I'm not gonna do these speeches. I'm gonna forward to you.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to working with you and helping you.
Super. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions? Okay, awesome. Well, make sure you get back to the person that invited you and reach out to them. Let them help you answer any questions that you might have. And sorry for the late notice for those of you that just got notice. There's a lot going on right now. We're excited, we're fired up, and we're looking forward to working with you and helping you. All right, everybody, have a great day. I appreciate you getting on here.
Thank you, Vincent.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Prescription for you.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent.
Awesome. You're welcome, you guys. Sorry for the late notice.